time that we were here in Aure, Nagaoka. The New Japan Cup 2024 finals stood between these two men. And it was the man who dons the red and gold here tonight in Yota Tsuji that would walk away with that victory. Your reigning New Japan Cup 2024 holder forever and always. And while looking to recreate that magic in this year's G1 Climax, Yota Tsuji is currently sitting at 8 points on the board, just as Hirooki Goto is as well. Both men still alive, hanging on by a thread. We have already seen Goto and Tsuji in action, not just here in Nagaoka for New Japan Cup 2024, but also for G1 Climax this year. Hirooki Goto scoring that victory over Yota Tsuji back in Fukuoka, takes Hiroshi Tanahashi over the top. But that is a man who is never tired. And if the thought of tiring is on the mind of Yota Tsuji, it definitely cannot be. Looks to retire Hiroshi Tanahashi one day. Tanahashi so instrumental in Yota Tsuji's foundations in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Left right out of playing American football, brought right into the Noge dojo by who? None other than the ace of the universe himself. And for Tsuji to have taken away for the brief period which he did, the never openweight six-man tag team championships, did so alongside this man, as the tag is made BUSHI, as well as Hiromu Takahashi back in Dominion. Now having lost those championships back just 1 week later to Hiroshi Tanahashi, Toru Yano, Bolton Oleg cover here for BUSHI, and it is 2. Massive congratulations, by the way, need to go out to Bolton Oleg, who... And double tag's gonna be made. It's David Finlay. It's El Phantasmo. We've talked all throughout this tournament about how easily everyone has been able to get under the skin of El Phantasmo. David Finlay, so good at getting under the skin of his opponents. This is a match made in hell for the challenger. But Phantasmo able to out-elbow here. David Finlay, 10 punches in the corner. You can count him out in any language. And we're going well past the 10 mark here tonight. And Phantasmo now whipped right out, brought over the top. David Finlay slides under, roll through by Phantasmo, up to the middle rope, and caught down cross-body. Brought back up, moonsault connects onto Finlay. Cover here for Phantasmo. Oh no! 6 points on the board for El Phantasmo. 10 points for David Finlay, and one to put this one away early. CR2. The survey says no. Finlay wants to be the bearer of the bad news, drawing the ire of the Rebel Saber. And then back up with a drop kick. Here's El Phantasmo. Could not kip up as easily as he usually would. There is a lot of mental torment El Phantasmo has been going through throughout the duration of the past 20-odd days of G1 Climax. But these people in Nagaoka are going to have to will Phantasmo to a potential win here. Sudden death caught out by Finlay. Here it is, Northern Irish Curse. All admission. We are getting that money started off here. HENARE was the only one running and gunning it. And hey, United Empire and TAKESHITA gonna have to follow in with suit. And it's not a bad strategy for HENARE to want to get his hands on his action early. It was Narita that did manage to put down HENARE the last time we joined you for Block B competition in Sendai. And Red Narita gonna take it right to the eyes, right to the damaged skull of HENARE, nearly ended the career of HENARE overall. Will be joining me, by the way, later on in English guest coverage. And HENARE right out of the gate, exploding onto Red Narita. And there's no doubt about it whatsoever, HENARE will be taking on Hirooki Goto. The current never openweight champion takes on one of the best to have ever held the never openweight title in their career. in Block B. That will be Goto and HENARE's final Block B matchup in Hamamatsu. And Sho taking a little bit too much time. Should have gone for the kill shot while he could have had it. And Narita is going to oblige on his own. My last time personally getting to see Sho, we were live in Sapporo, the kickoff, the New Japan Seoul Series. And it was Sho losing that IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship to El Desperado. El Desperado has now lost that title himself to Doki later on in the Seoul Series. Second shortest reign in New Japan Pro Wrestling for the Junior Heavyweight title, being held by El Desperado on the side of Juventud Guerrero back in WCW. Here's Kanemaru, has never reigned with the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. But keep in mind the key term for the title that HENARE will forever hold in his grasp, so he says, that being open weight in the Never Openweight Championship. Could we one day even see a challenge for Yoshi? Gabe Kidd wants to do my job for me, and oh, Callum Newman right out of the gate gonna kick this one off. Hey, if there's one thing that Callum Newman has done throughout this tournament, besides pick up multiple victories throughout, it is pick up a lot of knowledge. And this is part of it all. Newman risking it all tonight. We talk about another battle of countrymen for Gabe Kidd, two of the UK's finest, to have made their way to New Japan Pro Wrestling. But this battle for Gabe Kidd going to be very different to the one that he had against Zack Sabre Jr. Just days ago, we joined you at the Yokohama Budokan, and Newman looking to make it a little quick work here of Gabe Kidd. Now, look at that. Well, this could be a very shocking ending to this match, very different from Kidd's battle against Zack. Hold on, one of the Oz Cutter and Kidd immediately caught up. Oh, Newman trying to bring it right back down, and instead, right back onto his feet. Newman, super kick connect. These two met back in New Japan Cup this year, and Gabe Kidd, just on that night, does so again, clutches Newman from behind, and back down, back suplex. Oh, you'll notice that right there. Callum Newman has been battling neck issues ever since falling to Tetsuya Naito's Koriendo and Destino in full. It was hit twice on Newman in that 5-minute matchup he had with the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, and it has been bothering Callum ever since. That is something that Gabe Kidd is well aware of. Callum Newman needed to walk into this matchup expecting to get dropped on his head a lot. Anytime that you see Callum Newman moving his fingers in the way that he does when he's on his back, he is trying to find healing left in his arms and his spine as well. And Kidd now, rebound off the side. Here it is, lariat, takes down Newman. Cover here, force when you go through situations of that nature, but SANADA not feeling it now. Feeling Nagaoka, Shining Wizard underneath. Oh, caught that leg of Zack. And Dragon. Gosh.
I think the leg switching there is a lot worse than the full rotation. Pulling on the PCL, pulling on the ACL. Although we've talked about the joint strength of Zack Sabre Jr. before. Going for that rounding body.
Yep, wants it up top. SANADA, rounding body press. Oh, didn't get all of it. SANADA locks in.
He was about 3 centimeters away from kneeing him in the head. Zack Sabre Jr. with so much ring awareness. He saw it coming.
Yeah, beautiful, transition. Beautiful. Zack Sabre Jr. could have this match won right here.
Butterfly chicken wing there.
And just uses the left hand, try and cause any further damage he can. Pulls back on the right arm, and it is stretched pillar to post.
Fingers.
Oh my gosh, we need a verbal submission from SANADA right here.
Hooking on both shoulders, both elbows, both sets of fingers. The wrist. Got to remember that bicep as well. He doesn't have the power to get out of that.
You're right. Oh,
now the leg.
Bolts in on the leg now.
The quad
rotates right.
Over.
That is incredible, incredible technicality from Zack Sabre Jr. SANADA, you look at the look in his eyes. There's pain on the face of SANADA, and Zack keeps it tied up here.
All points of leverage. Look at that. At the end of every joint, he's right there.
This is a long time to be in a hold like this for SANADA. I mean, even if he finds his way out of this, it's going to be a hard fight. By God, we have this audience tonight.
Made in Japan? No. A bit loud on that.
Yeah, he would have loved it, but it's going to be very hard to hit a maneuver like that on a man the size of Lee.
Looks like this is where Jake Lee's going to make the mistake. You don't want to bang with this guy unless you got a Polynesian skull.
I was going to say, you've been in this spot before. You lean into them. Jake Lee has to throw him back. Not throwing much right now is Lee, starting to fade down to one knee.
Bringing him down, chopping the tree down.
That's all you can do. How do you topple the Redwood, especially when the Redwood has legs, like Jake Lee does? Oh.
Back of the neck, Lariat.
There it is.
You called.
Dangerous, no. Here it is, off the ropes. Pumping bomber!
Enough to take him down and get the breath back. I think this might be Takagi's last chance to get up.
It is the last chance for everything for Shingo Takagi. His last match in G1 Climax 34 must win to stay alive.
He does look in his eyes. I've seen that look in his eyes.
Yeah, it's a hype house in Nagaoka tonight. Oh, Shingo fires off his own gun and bam! Jake Lee now.
Chest kick,
Big
PK.
kick cover here too. And wants him up, drops him down. Back suplex onto Takagi one more time, and it's only 2 again.
Came down all at once. Did you hear the metal in the ring hit? Something you don't see quite often is
24年8月12日海の翔太
Yeah, do you have a possible translation for us?
I don't want Chris to chew me out, so I'll keep quiet on that one.
おいいか
I don't
そういう
speak
ことだ
official
からよ
Japanese. I
今
speak
日は
pro
試
wrestling
合
Japanese.
やらねえんだよこの野郎分かってる覚えとけ
Oh, well. Very clearly written in this statement, Evil wants Marty Asami to raise his hand as the victor, claims that Shota Umino may not be here tonight to compete in this match.
He's probably walking here from the hotel.
He's been doing that a lot recently, but and Shota Umino's here! Shota Umino's here! We have a semi-main event match to get to. Evil had Abe-san read off the statement saying that Umino was sending a message to New Japan Pro Wrestling's fans saying that, well, he was going to lose to Evil, so he didn't want to show up to the building tonight. That obviously not being true, a fabricated statement from Evil, as we need to be careful here at the booth now. Oh no, oh no.
Jesus. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like that. Put some more. That guy's an asshole.
And, oh man. What a strange start to this matchup here. Bell hasn't even sounded, but we're sore to get this one underway. Bell sound. Tetsuya Naito may have the power of the people behind him here tonight, but Great Okan far from being done here. Tetsuya Naito on the rope and brings it down. Esperanza, oh, spiked down, GOK. Far from okay right now is Khan.
He can't keep falling on the back of his, the top of his head, man.
Yeah.
He's clutching it right now.
Yeah, that neck damage, that spine damage, watch out. Naito is perked up here in the corner, and that means one thing and one thing only. We could see it. Koriendo wanted. Great Okan out. German suplex right on the neck. Naito's up. Oh, and once again, taken down. Incredible. 3,022 people on deck here tonight to witness this main event. Oh, wait a minute, folded in here. The shoulder's not down, but
this really looks like a grapevine combo. Double leg lock there.
And Naito's got to keep the shoulder off the mat before red
He's
shoes.
got the shin clutch through the legs.
Wow.
This is usually the opposite way, face down in collegiate wrestling.
And Naito's knee is almost touching his head at this point.
You're not allowed to clutch your arms together, so they usually clutch just the leg.
Been very technical from the get-go here. It's been great Okan forcing Tetsuya Naito outside of his comfort zone. That's the strength of the KOPW champion. Oh, it's absolute agony for Tetsuya Naito here. Red Shoes wants to call this, and Naito's telling him to hold on. Naito has to free an arm, which he does.
I doubt he can walk after that, man. He definitely doesn't have enough power to get up for a Destino.
No, not at all. Hey, let's acknowledge the call time, by the way. 15 minutes have passed. We are officially over halfway through our allotted 30-minute limit.
I think the deeper this match goes, the longer it goes, the advantage switches to Great